Good morning, everyone. Before we start, we have a disclosure, and please be aware of the risk in the market. We are going to start with the scalping right now, and we will take it from there. From the scalper, we're gonna leave it a little bit on the scalper, and then we're gonna go ahead and switch to uh, um, swing trading and the price action. On the left-hand side, we are using the A scalper on a limited order, and then on the right-hand side, we are using the B scalper market order. So, and then we will be covering a little bit about the price action, and we're gonna leave it here for a while to cover the scalping, and then we will go ahead and start using the price action in a few minutes. Yesterday was a beautiful run. On Monday, it was very surprising. Everything was running very smoothly. Today, a little bit of chop market, but we're doing fine, and we will be covering also the price action within a few minutes. So I'm going to be a little bit quiet then for a few minutes, and then we will flip to. I need to set it up. I'm sorry, I was a bit late, and right now on the right now we have very good runs this morning on the DAX, Nasdaq, and on the swing trading. But I'm gonna be flatten everything out on the swing trading, and we're gonna start all over again. Those are the trades right now. We have 4,000 on the DAX. We have 3,000 on the DAX, 3,000 on the DAX, 890 on the Nasdaq, 750 Nasdaq, CL 700, 340. But I prefer to start all over again, and we would like because I had made some mess when we were testing something new, and I will reactivate the auto trade, and we start uh, covering the price action within seconds. So I think this is. I'm gonna go ahead and move the scalpers to the other screen, and we will start looking at the price action, and we will start with the Nasdaq, or we will start with the ES, whatever we can find. The trades we will. So let me switch to um, uh, the price action and the swing trading, and we will take it from there. Just if you allow me a few seconds to share different monitor. Okay, now we are doing uh, the price action here, and we can move the 150 scalper in here, and we will use the second one so you can see the scalpers, and you're very welcome to copy of any of those trades. Right now they are a little bit struggling, but they were doing very fine earlier this morning. For the one have not followed us before, we cover swing trading, scalping, and the price action. On the left corner here with the charts are 3 automated to trade. Those they come in with ATM strategy, and a fully automated, and I will be activating the automated trading right now. You have a new signal comes here on the left corner, and then you have the direction of the entry price, and then it gives you the because I just reload everything, so this is will give you the re-entry point. Here it tells you the entry point and the target. And so, as an example, you have the ES. You can automate it. ATM strategy or manual trading is 33.75. The target is 37.50, and we are 12 ticks away from the new signal, and now we are on $162. On the Nasdaq, we had an entry at 16.50, and we have 140 ticks on that one, and the total is $700 almost on that entry. The YM, we had an entry at 236. I'm sorry, the entry was 276, and then the target to 25 236, and nailed 49 ticks, and it's 245. What you see here on the market analyzer is based on one contract, and the total of the entry here, not all day long, is total from the last signal right now is 364 ticks. Yesterday, Monday, was much better day. We had like 700 ticks on average all day long. Today we dropped to 350 ticks in average, so still it's not bad based on one contract. So what we will do, we will try to analyze what's going on in the market today, and it's a bit choppy because earlier this morning, now the DAX you can see in the made 3,000 and 4,000 based on one trade, but earlier today the DAX was flat, and that is a very good indication. Sometimes it's telling you this market is going to be a little turbulence when the U.S. markets open. So this is a very good indication to see what's happened on the I look at it all the time, whether you trade the DAX or not, but it gives indication when you are swing trading the DAX in the morning, and if you see there is a turbulence in the DAX, that's mean we're gonna have a turbulence all day long. It's not necessarily every day, but it is pretty well when the European market, the ES is troubled, and the DAX is troubled with a chop market. That indicate we're gonna probably gonna continue the chop market in the U.S. session. So this is one of the things. I mean, it's not the holy things, but this is one of the things we can to predict if this market. As an example, yesterday the market. I'm sorry, I do not go live on Mondays because on Monday we hold webinars to our members and for our members only. We do not allow guests anymore. Before we used to have everybody welcome to come in and stay as long as needed, and we ran the room for many years, and our doors that were open for everyone, but somebody's butt was hurt, and so we decided not to go through that headaches again. And so what we do, we go on a YouTube, and when it's a private to only for traders, we do that. At the moment, here it tells you, as an example, the YM target hit, the Russell target hit. Let me see on the YM target hit here. So if we look at the target and the entry on the YM, we can see the target hit even below this average, and now is going to this projection. Those are your trailing stop on the automated trading. But no matter how well this YM is going, it will be projecting from the 257 point here, right there. As long as the ES is still, let me see. You see, the ES has projected from the re-entry point. So this is the same story is going to happen to the YM. It's not going to fail on that one, that's for sure. Most of you they trade the ES, so we keep our eye on the ES. This is your re-entry point, and let's look what happened to the ES. Actually, the target on the ES is 83750. But the problem with that, we have a resistance line at 3525. So it's a bit chop. And then here on the re-entry, 3375. So there is a little turbulence in those area here. So it's a bit choppy to the long side. So, you got to be fast in your seatbelt because the 837.50 is your target. And there is a lot of thick walls all the way going up. So we have to be very careful to how we are going to take a trade on that one here. It is very tricky, and it's gonna the ES is gonna be struggling in those areas. The 33 level, 34 level, 35. They are very tight. So if I was you, if you're not in any trade, try to hold your horse for a few minutes to see how this market is going to react to this trouble right now, because that's the trouble here, and it's not pleasant to take a trade in those area here, and then you have on your hand um, a trade is not going anywhere. This is not really nice. So we like it to take the trade and keep moving. So if you are not in a trade on an ES, maybe you need to hold back a little bit and wait till we see the outcome on this, because this is a very, very, very thick walls here, and it's gonna be uh, hell to get to the target at 3750 at the moment. So just if you sit on the side, and what is really is making me nervous is on that line here. If you see the market is speaking to you, we have 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bars, 5 bars, 6 bars stuck on that line here is 33.75. So I will approach this market cautiously right now, and the market is telling you I'm having a problem on those numbers. So so let's hold a little bit to see what will the outcome on that. Um, in the meantime, let's look at the Nasdaq while we're waiting on the ES. You see how the ES is struggling, folks. So we need to approach this one a little bit cautiously. And let's look at the Nasdaq story here. Everything is on 1 minute. There is nothing, no weird charts. It's all a real chart with 1 minute. Okay, we hit the target way below. It's the same story here on the Nasdaq. This area here, we need to get it over with, this area here. And then you have the 31 level. You got to be careful. But this area here, if we gonna cross those area here, we are looking for a new signal to long area, to the long on the Nasdaq. So we'll keep our eye on this one for a new signal. YM is the same story here. We are sitting and waiting on the ES actually. So let's see if this ES is going, if it's able to cross those area here. then that is gonna ignite your Nasdaq and your YM. Patient, patient, patient. You can see out of all those, the market analyzer, we have a struggling on the ES, on the CL, and we have 12 ticks down on the CL. We do not hide anything. We show you what is making it and what is not making it today. You see, this is what happened practically every single day. Here is your entry. The market pulled back on your first trailing stop. The first trailing stop is a floor and fibs. The trailing stop one, it is a minor resistance, and the final one is the trailing stop two is a major resistance. Anything above that does mean the whole market going to change direction. And on the CL view right now, got rejected from the re-entry point, and we'll see how the outcome. But also the numbers are not big because every trade has a different calculation and a different entry. And we can see the entry on the CL. The entry is 67.86, and then the target is 67.49. This is the target so far. What causing the CL to kick back from the entry point is very simple. Those are your $35 zone. You see this line here? I hope you can see that line. The signal was here, and the line, the support line was 67.82. So it was struggling on that support line, the fib line at 60. Those fib lines are extremely accurate. I mean, they are within a day or two, you start respecting those lines, whether you are automated trading or not automated trading, doesn't matter. But those lines, they are extremely accurate because they are not calculating on that chart time frame. They are calculating on a lot of different time frame, and then it's coming from the server to your chart. So this is a total different ball game than what you are used to. So most likely we are about to drop on the CL. And again, if you are a CL trader, I don't know, again, before I forget, you're very welcome to follow our signal, but we're not responsible for your trade. And you're very welcome to follow us on a sim. We sharing our information with you for free. We're not getting money. We're not getting anything out of it. Actually, it's causing me a lot of work. So if you like to follow us here, you're very welcome. But the trade is on your own. We're not responsible for your trade. That's for sure. And please try to stay on the sim as much as needed before you start um, using a real money. This is a serious business. Trading, especially future trading, is a very serious business. So right now, if you are a CL trader and you're trying to get in on the CL, the entry signal is 67.86, but I have a very strong support line at 67.82. So it will be wiser to take it a little bit farther down than this line and put a limited order. It is nothing wrong with a limited order, and put it a limit order below that line. So if this market gonna be dropping to those area, then you're gonna get filled. And if this market decided to reject from the support line, and then we're not gonna get hurt with that trade. And this is very important to identify when the market is in trouble or not. What I'm looking at the moment, this is really on the CL. if you look at the left corner from that chart, right here on the left corner, this is your market analyzer, and we can see on the higher time frame a little bit the sellers over the buyers. This one is measuring the sellers and the buyers in conjunction with the 6 different time frame with it. So this is a very, very accurate indication of the buyers and the sellers, which one is over. And we can see there is a very mixed signals between institutionals and retailers, and it is a really 2 different ball game here. So there is a little critical areas on the CL, and you got to be cautiously waiting till we see if we're gonna stay stuck in that channel, or we are deciding to break out from those area here. Let's look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq, I'm sorry, took a trade. Sorry, I was not paying attention. Just took a trade on the auto trade. This is a if you took that signal on the Nasdaq, the first one numbers you have to worry about is the 3150. Then we have a small trouble of 3950. The auto trade took that trade. It's very fine. But then we have the target at 52.25, but we have a double resistance in those area. So I prefer to stay on that target 48.25 actually. The reason is, if this market is going to fly to that number immediately, it will be projected from those numbers. So you got to be careful. And actually, the auto trade, actually here, you can close position and open a new position short. So we will watch this market very carefully on the Nasdaq. If you notice, those are your fib. Now it is struggling to get out of those numbers. And now we are breaking it. A lot of buyers coming in. Beautiful. And now the second stop is right there. That's fine. We know where it's going to stop. Beautiful. It took, I don't know how much it made, around $600-700 on the way down. And now we have a new signal on this one. And now we are climbing with $280 on that trade. This is very, very, very nice. Very nice. If we want to look at the DAX, which I just started those auto trade, the DAX already took a trade. I'm gonna yank it here. Oh yeah, it is. As you know, this is $1,500 on the. This is not bad. Okay, you want it more? Okay, then I'll put you all the way up there. No problem. Let's look at the Nasdaq. We're climbing on the Nasdaq. This is $400. You see, this is the problem right now. It's gonna cause some pullback, folks. So be careful. So between those two, we just turn on the auto trade. We just turn on the swing trade, and I just turn on the auto trade exactly when those are the swing trading, and we will cover the swing trading immediately. The swing trading took off. I showed you before I closed Ninja Trader, it was 3,000-4,000 on each one of the, and now we have on the DAX immediately within 5 minutes, 1,500, and NASDAQ 530, and this is most of it swing trading. Okay. All right, 560. That's fine. We have, I believe, an entry on the YM. Yes, we have an entry on the YM. Oh, the YM is a trouble, folks. Do not follow this one. This is a trouble. It's not going to go anywhere. Be careful with the YM. Okay, that's exactly where we predicted. We will have a little problem right there. And so this is why I like the ATM strategy, because I can say, okay, I can pull it a little bit, or I say, you know what, I'm done. So I can pull the targets. I'm in control. I don't want the auto trade telling me how much I need to make today, or I don't want the auto trade to be in control. I like to be in control. And this is personality. I cannot tell to anyone what to do, really. Either people have passion for that business, or you don't. You don't look at it just in one corner. The DAX is really. What is the DAX? Oh man. Okay. Well, the target is 13. The target is 63.5, and I know it's gonna. Oh, look, there's a new target, but it's going to be projected, the DAX, from the 71.5. That's absolutely is going to project it. It's expected. But you know what? We keep always hoping that maybe something is wrong, so maybe we can drag a little bit out of it. When you are trading, also, you can take those, or you can move them up or down, or you can close position on the auto trade. But it is so obvious that DAX is going to be projected from the 71.5. So you don't need to wait till this market go back and we have a support line. This is the last stop. So on the 53, if this market hold on the 53 level, okay, now because we have the R4 is going to have a problem on the 70 on the 71.5 is going to have a problem right there. But this is not bad. On the swing trading, we are climbing to 2000, DAX, NASDAQ 480. I will find them on the charts and show them to you where we are. On the scalper, we are doing extremely well. One of them is on the limited order, and one of them is on the market order. Let me see. If you notice, let me show you guys that I restart the Ninja Trader when we started that webinar today here on the YouTube, and I can show you the first trades on them. No big deal. This is on the swing trading, all of them right now. You can see what time I started is exactly where is we started the webinar, actually, and this is where I closed Ninja Trader and reopen it to refresh it. We are doing some tests on a few things, and here is your YM on the swing trading. All of them in the same time. We started the Ninja Trader, and they're all climbing to those numbers. And I will show you my favorite chart is the 1 minute DAX. I just started the DAX right now, right in front of you on the DAX. And this is the entry is 10:30 something. And this is the first trade after I reopened the Ninja Trader 8. And it is 1600 on that trade. So So actually, yesterday was even much, much, much better. Yesterday, it was the market beautifully, beautifully moving. No matter what you do, you were picking up trades, and that's nice. So now let's see what's going on here in that story. Here we have the Nasdaq 400, and let's go back on the Nasdaq to see what the auto trade did. It's exactly where we said, folks. I mean, it is very simple, straightforward. It's exactly where we said the market is going to struggle. It's going to struggle in that area, and it all depends on those buyers if they wanted to yank it all the way up. But I would not take this target 52.75. God give us a little brain to think. So there is a double resistance here, and very soon you'll learn. At the moment, I'm not gonna put it on to the target. I'm gonna put it below the double resistance. And let's look at the YM, the auto trade to trade, and exactly where we said is gonna be troubled is going to be troubled. That auto trade on those lines. Those are your best investment, $35 zone. You can find them. Those are not included auto trade, those $35 zone, but those are very accurate fibs. Even if you are auto trading, they really can help you understand where is the situation in the market. When we restarted the when we restarted the NT8 a little bit around 10:30, all the market. This is what is nice about swing trading. You can start around 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and that can really help you. And when you need some movement in the market to trade a swing trading, where if you see those here on the scalp and here on the side, you can start those scalpers 3 hours before. None of those system here require optimization. This is very, very important that none of the system requiring optimization. On the swing trading, we are using market order because, I mean, this is the 1 minute, guys. It's not like what you see, some kind of freaking charts doesn't show anything. This is the 1 minute, and you can see all of them taken off. And not too many companies able to show you all the instruments on the same chart, the same time frame, because they cannot do that, and not every day anyway. So if we look at anything you wanted, it's right there on the 1 minute, and all of them. This is the 30-year Treasury bond is going the opposite of the ES. This is a really good. So this is the 1 minute 30-year Treasury bond. This is your Russell on the 1 minute. This is swing trading on the ES. This is the first trade on the swing trading. $375 on that and climbing. We cannot keep updating you on it. On the other high time frame, this one here has made and started all of them in the same time around 10:22. We are climbing to $500 on that trade on the ES. So what I'm trying to say, if this market YM, we are on the swing trading $310 market order, and the DAX we are on a total different level, $1,400 within 20 minutes. Oh, this is the YM. Wow. Okay. Let me look at the Nasdaq then. Okay, the Nasdaq is still struggling in the same area. This is the last stop on it. And let's look at the DAX. You see, it's rejecting exactly from the target, and this is a DAX, and this chart is 1 minute, folks. 1 minute. We're not hiding behind ranker bars. There we go. A real chart with 1 minute. This is amazing. Okay, so we have the NASDAQ. This is exactly where it's the struggling point. And I'm surprised with the YM. You know what? Okay, you want more? We get you more. The target I know is here. Says the system, what is your target? But we have a problem at 297, so we want to see if you're gonna be cross it, why I need to cash in at 309. Let it rotten in hell. Let's see. Be careful on the YM. We have the 297, so be careful on the YM 297. At the moment, the market analyzer is based on 1 minute, and the market analyzer right now, based from the last signal, based on one contract, we are on 344 ticks. The scalper 2400 with the 1 minute, and the scalper 150 ticks is right there at the bottom here. And the swing trading, they are right there. 2000 on 2000 already. And then ES 800. And then we have NASDAQ 630, YM 640, ES 510, YMES. So that tells you, doesn't matter, the numbers become irrelevant. The numbers, what tells you here, when the market is moving, there is nobody is going to out trade you. That's for sure. And look at this one, folks, on the YM. The auto trade, folks, with all the respect for the ones who are trying to chat with me on the Skype, with all the respect, I'll be more than glad to talk to you. But I'm trying to cover 3 different auto trades: swing trading, scalping, and a price action. And I'm covering the whole market. And in the same time, I need to. So please, if somebody want to talk to me, those messages, please wait till I'm done with the live trade, and I will be more than glad to help anyone want it. But it is a little bit disrespectful for the other people online right now. So I cannot read messages, and I really do apologize for that. So right now okay, if we are going to cross that area here, you see where is this YM? Uh, it's exactly to the tick. You see? Look at this, folks. Look at this. Exactly to the tick. Exactly. Plus a reversal. Our reversals does not repaint. You see? So those $35 fib, they are not included in or any auto trade, but those $35, even if you are an auto trader and you have in your pot 250 and you come into fib line and your target is here, so should I cash here, or that will can give you a little indication where is another probability to close your auto trade if you wanted to take over. And that you're gonna be missing hundreds of dollars a day by not knowing what is the limitation in the market. There's a price of a pizza, so let's go ahead and jump on the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ 640 on that automated to trade right now. And then we are expecting the NASDAQ is going to be rejected from this area. Look, guys, look. I'm going to put it on the target, and I'm going to let you watch where is the NASDAQ is going to project, okay? There we go, folks. I don't know any company can go front of the traders with 1 minute, showing all instruments live front of everybody. Most of the time, what you see, At the end of the day, they sit in the corner. At the end of the day, they have a couple of charts, and you will never see the same chart the second day. It will be total different time frame. And you don't see companies can come in live, front of everybody, turn it on 1 minute, and show the true indicators on 1 minute. That's why they hide behind Renko. And if I'm in a mood for it this week, I'm gonna reveal some stuff about Renko Bar live. You know, I'm gonna have a lot of hate letters over it, but I'm gonna reveal some serious things about Renko Bars. So right now we are actually the 150 ticks scalper and the 1 minute scalper. They're almost the same, and one of them is a market order. One of them is, we don't need those indicator. I'm gonna remove them so we can have a little space. Look at this one here, guys. When you are in a trade, you say, "I'm an auto trader. This is nothing for me." Yeah, well, right. There is a big difference when you look at the chart. Right now, I'm expecting this market to be projected on the Nasdaq at 448.75. Look where this market will be down. Let's look. Well, okay. You took a couple ticks above the line. Let's see if you can continue. Let's look at the YM, what happened. You see where's this YM getting stuck? Well, it was a few ticks above, but it's still stuck on $340, $350. The Nasdaq, look, guys, look. This wick here to knock you out of the trade if you are taking a short. I can see anything in that one makes sense on the wick. The Nasdaq, as expected, beside the big buyers in this, and the trend is very strong, the Nasdaq got stuck between those two lines. Look at this. It got stuck. And we knew that half an hour before. So this is not new news on us. Let's go back. We're going to go back and cover that, but I want to keep my eye on the DAX. Even if you're not a DAX trader, is irrelevant. I'm not here to show you the DAX trader. And what I want to show you is your target, whether it's on an ES or on a NASDAQ or on the Dow Jones, is irrelevant. The target is 71.5, and there is a resistance here, and here is a target. And what happened to the DAX? Respect it. I'm not saying it's going to respect every day. I'm not going to say it's not going to come one day in the market, because I've had a customer once last year, and I was so glad he's out of my hair. Look at this, guys. Every time the market was not holding on the price, he took a picture and sent it to me in the email. He said, "Look, the market is not respecting your fibs." He said practically 8 hours waiting on the line not to hold, to take a picture and send it to me. And until I got bored with him. So I'm not saying it's going to be holy every time, but it's 8 out of 10 those lines are accurate. And the Nasdaq They tried to play with this market, but it got rejected from those lines as expected. So not while ago you had $800 in on that trade, and now you're down to $670 on that trade. And now the seller, where is this market coming? It's coming right there, bouncing back probably from the support line 41.50 and 39, and God knows where it's taking us after that. So you see, here is my target. When it was climbing, is showing there is no stop back. And then all of a sudden we have a reversal signal, double resistance, and the market died on us. Now it's gonna drive every trader yo-yo. It's gonna drive every trader crazy because right now we are gonna play that game with these instruments. It's gonna go back and forth, and it's gonna drive the retailer banana. Sadly, they cannot see it. Some of them they cannot, and some of them they will, and they know the trick. Let's go back on the YM. The YM 270, and then for the DAX traders, if there's anyone right there, I guarantee you that much. This is a re-entry at 53, and it's gonna keep going back and forth on those here between this. This is a very, very, very strong area, the 53 level, and this is a very strong resistance. The market got hanged right there. So there we go. What happened to the ES? Let me see. It looked like the ES is still on a holiday, has nothing to do with the market today. Very nice. The ES, it looked like is on a different planet today. So that's okay. Let's look at the swing trading. This is the price action. At the moment, on the price action based on 1 minute, one contract, we have almost 400 ticks, and on the forex here we have it's based on 10,000 folks, $10,000. We have 46 pips, and we started for the ones that just arrived. We started the because I closed Ninja Trader 8 and I opened Ninja Trader 8 to start all over again. So we started again a swing trading around 1022, and now we have those numbers on the swing trading, and I will be start hammering with those charts. This is your 1 minute. This is your 1 minute. This is your 1 minute DAX. We started the DAX here now, live in front of you. We already done with this one here. One trade. We are done with that. NASDAQ. This is start pulling back on the NASDAQ. The 30-year Treasury bond is still going down. And the YM 340. So this is not bad at all based on one trade. Based on one trade, folks. This is, and then the scalpers 25, wow, 2570 and 2100. This is, so please, if you can find better system, run and grab 2 licenses. Maybe he's gonna run out. And I'll see you in 6 months when you're broke. Anyway, so this is where the double resistance and the NASDAQ got stuck, and we have predict this half an hour before even got there. So if you are auto trading, you know you can leave the auto trade alone, or you can use your knowledge to say, this is a double resistant. The probability maybe is gonna break those area, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But I know my lines hold. 8 out of 10, my lines hold, and my lines are holding. So this is a call for the trader to say, should I close position or should I keep the auto trade running and hit the target with the auto trade set? This ball is in your corner, it's not in my corner. So this is something um, uh, the market is speaking itself, that telling you, hey, I'm having a problem here, and uh, then you decide. But if it is my opinion, I will close my position right here. The reason is it could be fly another 100 tick later on. I have no clue. But and it shows there is a buyers over the sellers, but you cannot have it both of way. When this one here is struggling, you can go back and melt your $900 of profit, and it's going to melt right in front of your eye if this market cannot hold those levels, or it is going to fly, and then you are for another $500-600. So it is like a poker game. You want to this is a decision where you need to call it off, or you want to go for another round. So this is, for me, I will take that money and run very hard, because excuse me, once this market, any kind of instruments, once this market run 100 tick, 20 ticks, 40 ticks, depends on that day, there's nothing left for the rest of the day. Very unusual to see the market keep running the whole day. So we have no idea when this market is going to spike. It could be right now it's spiking on the NASDAQ. Half an hour later, it's going to spike on the CL. I have no clue. But I know one thing. Once this market spiked those many ticks, then there is a sideways market. Absolutely. So when we started, I don't I don't remember the number, but when we started, the Nasdaq on the way down had a little over 150 ticks on the way down, the Nasdaq. And while we are in this live on it YouTube, when the market had changed direction, he nailed another. Now we are 93 ticks. He nailed 250 ticks in no time, the Nasdaq. So um, should I keep sitting on this ball game? No, you need to call it off on the Nasdaq. Probably you can see it's flirting with those lines. I have no idea if it's gonna. I don't know. Look like there is a buyers coming in. It's amazing sometimes, but you can look. Yeah, all right. Why worry about it if this market moving? Why? Right now we are 428 ticks based on one contract, 1 minute. Market analyzer, 1 minute. Let me show you the market analyzer. All of them based on 1 minute. 1 minute, folks. One contract, one lot. Okay? So 1 minute, and that's what we show almost every day, 1 minute. So we have a struggle in here. Let's see what will happen. So between the NASDAQ and the YM and the DAX, we have a 3,250. This is your NASDAQ. Here is your YM, 380, and a climbing, okay? And then we have the DAX, which it was much higher, the DAX. But you see what I told you is going to be right there. You see, this is your re-entry point. And here is your target because it's going to drive you yo-yo here on this one. Let's go back. I'm interested in the NASDAQ to see. We have a new target. Let's see on the new target. And in the meantime, while we are waiting, let's look on the 1 minute ES, the 1 minute ES 650, Russell 1 minute 690, YM swing trading 480, NASDAQ. Uh, Even the CL 1 minute 210 on the 1 minute, and even the CL took a trade right now, and it is short. Okay, it is short on the CL, and this is a 1 minute, not those banana Renko bar, and 140, and the entry is 67.94 short trade. And then we have the 30-year Treasury bond 1 minute, and we still hold on the same numbers on the 1 minute, and that's why you do not see 1 minute on most of those guys. You see a Renko bar or some kind of crooked chart called line break. You see what happened, folks? Now we turn off one of them, and now the auto trade is going to close the second one. So all this here above the 51 level, it was nothing but noises. You see? So you are way ahead of game right there. For the ones who has not entered the market, this is a very good entry point right there. I'm going to put my stop loss right at it. Right there. This is your re-entry point, folks. Right here. And the 42 level, it is a re-entry point right there. Again, we're not calling the trades. We're just giving you training on a sim. If you want to follow it on sim, do it. But we're not calling the trades for you. Oh, the CL is already in short here. So the CL on the 1 minute swing trading, he was right. Okay, the CL on the swing trading, now we are 480. And the CL here is 13. This is funny. And then if you look at the scalper, took a long, and it is $160 on that trade on the scalper. And because the scalper is taking the reversal, so he took it from somewhere around there. And but the CL without a doubt is a short, and we can see where the next little turbulence on the CL is 67.55. Let's look at it. Final target is 67.47, and you have a projection at 67.38. So don't play game with that one. Take it right at the target, or take it at the 67.55. This one here, you cannot play with this one, like the YM or the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is just finished. It's dying out, the NASDAQ, which we have predicted that an hour ago. YM, this guy is consistent on climbing to the 32 level. Your auto trade will close your position at 32 level, but I'm going to leave it open option for me. But let's go back for the CL traders. We have people with the different colors here. Some people with ES, some people NASDAQ, some people CL. So now the CL is going straight to the 67.55. Watch this one, guys. Watch this one. Final target 49 and don't play with it. Final target is 49 and do not even play with it. You cannot challenge it. Let's see if we're going to get a new target number, but I doubt it very seriously because we have a support line at 67.55, and then we have the target. Target is a final destination followed by projections. Don't even think about getting greedy like what we have done with the YM. We are getting greedy here. We put in it because there is nothing holding the YM. But here on the CL is a no-no. There is a so I'm gonna get it a little bit bigger here. The chart. We have a reversal, but is gonna probably test the 67.55. Exactly where is my crosser? And then this is the swing trading. Also, if you are a swing trading, you can look at those lines and you decide if you want to close position. It is very easy to close position. It takes you a millisecond to do that. You just on any auto trade we have, you have a buttons on the tab. You can say close position or take a long trade only. As an example, for an advanced trader, I don't want to confuse traders on that trick. As an example, we have the CL, not for amateur trading, for a guy's been running around for quite time. We know if the CL gonna hit this destination here, there is nothing left on the CL. You know, this is one of the prediction where you can say take long only, and then the CL is gonna take long only because it's finished. Right there is the final until 12 o'clock. Don't hold me on it for the next 8 hours, but until 12 o'clock, this is where the probability of the CL final destination is here. Okay. It can be rejected back and forth, but the final destination is right there. Once it's hit before 12 o'clock, it hit before 12 o'clock. There is nothing to talk about. But let's say if your price action hit here and you are trying to swing trading, it is very easy and very nice to say to the auto trade take long only for the ones they like to get involved with the trade, but most of the guys with automated trading, they don't want to even touch it. And I can respect that. Okay, the Nasdaq is we still have one Nasdaq in the hand and one contract, and then we have the 60/50. Let's see what will happen. YM. This is very serious. Let's see. The target on the YM is 326. I'm overriding the system. I just want to leave my target a little bit above to see what will happen in this market. And right now on the Forex, we have 91 pips based on $10,000. This is not bad. This is not bad. Oh, let's go back on the CL. I don't want to miss that CL. I'm sorry. Look, for the advanced traders or for the guys, they know how to trade. And if we notice right now, this is your swing trading right there, folks. Right now we have almost $500 based on the last signal on the market analyzer. But this is very nice for the advanced traders because I don't know if you can see that. I'll drop it down a little bit. Now, if you see the market, we see look what is the CL. Look at this, folks. Magic, huh? Look what is the CL. Now the seller's coming. Here's your projection, and it is over. The right is over on the CL. This is your target, and your projection is right here. It's finished. So on your swing trading, automated trade, you can easily close position and keep the auto trade running, but say take long only because I know that CL is finished, died out, is finished, is over until 12 o'clock. So I don't want the auto trade. This is I'm saying to the advanced trader, where 90% of guys within automated trading, they don't want to even touch it. I can respect that. But we still have traders like to put their fingers, or they like to be in control. I'm one of them. I don't like the auto trade to uh, give me my destination for today. I have a brain. Why I need an auto trade decide for me? Could be more than what I'm thinking, or could be less. But also, God give me brain to think when there is a double resistance. I need to evaluate myself. If should I take that trade or close it? God give us a brain. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to touch it. My mother is sick. I have to do the dishes. Oh, I get headache. I get stressed. I get depressed. Then you are in the wrong business, buddy. Because if you don't touch your chart, take care of your money, who the hell is going to take care of you? You know. So I don't believe in that. You know, I don't believe in this. Final destination is expected to the target, and that is over for that trade. On the swing trading, this is over. It's $980. This is over. Look at this, folks. Look at this one. Let me see the other bozos do that live in front of everybody. Don't tell me what happened to the market. Tell me what is going the market. This is things, you know, after the fact, we can sit down and say, oh, I could take a trade here. I can take a trade here. Crap, bullshit. Don't tell me what happened. I know what happened. Tell me what is going to happen. And this is where 90% fell. You have a lot of guys with a light bulb tell you what happened, and they can analyze this market. Yeah, right. From the second bar and back is irrelevant anymore, is in the past. Don't tell me what happened. Tell me where is this first bar to the right hand side, where it's going. This is where 90% they hide. They can't. They will not. They wouldn't dare open a minute chart, show all the instruments. They wouldn't dare do it. They wouldn't dare predict the market on the 1 minute. They tell you what happened, but they will never. And all of them right now, they are sitting on the side. They only come out at night, like a Dracula's, and showing us a couple of charts after the fact. I need somebody tell me now, where is this bar going? I don't need to tell me at the end of the day how much you made or what you've done. Tell me right now what you're doing. So this is guys should open their eyes onto, and look at this, guys. Look at this guy. What is this one is worth to a trader predicting the market, even if he is auto trading? What is this one worth to the trader? How much money you can evaluate that? Does it have a price? Evaluating, predicting the market ahead of time. If you're gonna stay following the market with an ATR and a MACD, what the MACD and an ATR? I've been saying the same song for many years. The ATR, when the market drop, tell you the market is down. The MACDs are the same. All those crap, all those 10 indicators have been retweaked and retweaked. In the future trading, I don't need an indicator following the market. I need a prediction. You're trading the future based on an indicator following the market, and you are complaining why you're not getting success. You will never get success. First, because traders that don't want to learn anymore, very fine. We are offering our service for free. We're not collecting emails. I don't know who is out there. Uh, we are doing that just to make a point. I want to make a point to the public. That's it. If you cannot on your chart, you can download the 20 million indicators. If it's none of those indicators can predict, they are useless. They are irrelevant. Don't quit wasting your time on something you're not going to get anywhere with. So right now, I think we did a very good job on those. And the CL is finished. The fun is over. And I'm tired. So right now, this is an example here. You nailed $1,000 on that trade. 940 is irrelevant. You know, here it is. We have predicted, as always, it was the end of the road. So right now, if you are smart and are trying to, you close position, and then for the advanced trader, not for the retailers, but then you can close position here, and then you say to the auto trade to take a long trade only, like this. You see, it changed color. So now I'm telling that auto trade, once you close that position, you only wanted to take a long trade because it's finished, it's over. I can see that. So he's gonna dismiss short trades and he's gonna take a long trade. Very simple. Why bothering with that? Look, he's flirting with the same number again. Look at this. He's flirting with the same number. I love it, trading. Folks, that's all what we have for today. God bless you all. And I'll try my best to go live tomorrow as well. And I don't know how long I can keep that, but I'll try to go live tomorrow. I want to say God bless you, everyone, and see you probably tomorrow. I will try to link if I can do it on that channel. And you're very welcome to join us tomorrow. Bye for now.